Hi everyone, and welcome back to English for You. I'm Pat.
I'm Kathy.
And today we'll be teaching you the second part of our article on axolotls.
Remember, these are little creatures a little bit like lizards, but they can live in the water as well as on land.
They are found around Mexico City, that's the capital of Mexico, and their name, axolotl, comes from an old Aztec word that means water monster.
However, these aren't monsters though. They're cute little animals. Young ones have a constant smile, which can make them popular in recent times.
Yeah, people really like their smiles. However, there's more to axolotls than a pretty face.
They can grow back parts of their bodies like their limbs.
One even grew back part of its face, and scientists have found out that they can resist cancer.
Because of this, scientists are studying them.
That's right. And it may be that this ability to regenerate their limbs could be used to help humans regenerate damaged organs or even resist cancer ourselves.
But what else is there to learn about axolotls? Let's read through the second day of the article to find out.
All right.
Reading.
Axolotls, the swimmers with a smile. Axolotls hold great importance to the people of Mexico. They are a part of local legends going all the way back to Aztec society. The Aztecs first found young axolotls in the water systems they built near their largest city, Tenochtitlan. They were amazed by the little creatures, and axolotls became a central part of their mythology. Xolotl, the god of the underworld and brother of sun god Quetzalcoatl, has this animal as one of his spirit forms. Even today, Mexico City locals adore axolotls. The ones living at the city's Chapultepec Zoo have their images on tour buses and street art. An axolotl will even be featured on the new 50 peso bill coming out in 2022. Popular as it is, the axolotl's future faces uncertainty. Garbage and waste are affecting their watery homes, and invasive fish and plants have caused their numbers to shrink. Axolotls are close to being wiped out, with most now living in captivity. It will take a serious cleanup of Mexico City's waters if these cheerful salamanders are going to live in safety again.
The article begins by saying axolotls hold great importance to the people of Mexico.
今天的文章一开头就点出说，六角恐龙对墨西哥人民来说非常重要。这里大家可以用这个片语 hold great importance to。那么为什么蝾螈对墨西哥人来说很重要呢？ Let's read about why. The article says they are a part of local legends going all the way back to Aztec society. 这种六角恐龙是当地传说的一部分，可以一直追溯到阿兹特克人那时候的社会。
Now remember, we said the Aztecs were a group of people in this part of the world from about 1300 to the middle of the 16th century, and they had legends. The word legend means an old story that a culture has told for many generations. It may have a small basis in truth, so something that really happened that led to this story, or it may just be a story that's been made up to explain the way things are. Now, legends grow and change over the years, so there are often many different forms of the same legend. Legends often involve supernatural things like gods, ghosts, and monsters, and legends generally involve heroes. So, here's one legend from a country in the UK. Legends say that this place was built by giants who carried stones from across the sea. Stonehenge. That's one of the legends about Stonehenge.
这里我们来看一个单字 legend 就是传说、民间故事。legend 有各种不同的，例如 living legend 用来形容活神仙啊、神奇能手、奇才这些，或者是像 urban legend， 像这种往往含有幽默、恐怖或是教训成分的，来源不明或是没有证据。 但是呢，却自然的以各种形式出现在当代的传说当中。And we say these legends go all the way back to Aztec times.
That's right. Now, if we say something goes back to a particular time, this is how we say at which point in time in the past this thing began. So it's another way of saying how old something is. Now, in this case, we're using all the way back, and we're using that all the way rather than just go back to. They go all the way back to, and that emphasizes how far back the stories about axolotls go, just how old these stories are.
这里呢，大家可以看到用 go all the way back to 是在强调六角恐龙它们的故事从很久以前就存在了。在这里 go back to 就是追溯到 all the way 在这边是用来强调很久以前，所以呢 all the way 也可以指呢整个途中或者是这段时间的意思。例如 he was singing all the way 他一路在唱歌。所以同学记这个单字的时候呢，你可以用手比出动作，就可以很容易把这个片语记起来，像这样子 go all the way back to.
Now, the Aztecs told stories about axolotls because they knew about them. Okay, they were aware of these creatures. We see in the article that it says the Aztecs first found young axolotls in the water systems they built near their largest city, Tenochtitlan. That's a difficult word to pronounce, that city. Don't worry, you'll probably never ever need to use it. But they built a city and they found little axolotls in their water.
阿兹特克人他们能够说出有关六角恐龙的故事，是因为他们了解这种六角恐龙。那文章接着告诉我们，阿兹特克人怎么发现六角恐龙的？最早呢是在他们最大的城市附近的供水系统发现年轻的六角恐龙。Next, the article says they were amazed by the little creatures, and axolotls became a central part of their mythology. 他们对这些小生物感到惊讶不已，这使得六角恐龙变成他们主要神话中的一部分。
So I have used that word creature already talking about the axolotls, and the word creature is used to mean any kind of animal. It's especially used for one that we can't really identify, like I saw some creature in the woods, but I don't know what. Or we can use the word to talk about whole groups of different animals. We could say all kinds of creatures. That means fish and birds and insects and all the rest. The word can also be used to mean an imaginary animal, like a dragon or something else out of stories. That's a creature. Here's an example sentence. Old stories say that a strange creature lives in the hills outside of town.
Creature 呢，这个字指的是生物，或是动物。但 creature 这个字比较被用来形容想象中的生物，比较难被定义出来。像我们中国文化很重视的 dragon 龙这个字呢，比较呢不会用在一般我们看到常见的动物上。
Now, we also said that the axolotls became part of the Aztec mythology. The word myth, M-Y-T-H, is similar to legend, so myths and legends, kind of similar, although myths usually involve more unreal things like gods and monsters. The word mythology means all the myths and all the legends that belong to a particular culture. So Aztec mythology is all the Aztec stories, Greek mythology is all the old Greek myths and legends, and so on.
这里我们来看 myth 和 mythology 这两个字都是神话的意思，和 legend 意思相似。不过从神话这个字呢，各位同学就可以知道 myth 通常涵盖不真实的故事及神明或是怪物在其中。So a legend is presumed to have some basis in historical fact and tends to mention real people or events. In contrast, a myth is a type of symbolic storytelling that was never based on fact.
So let's find out about some of these Aztec myths, and I'm going to say sorry in advance because there are a lot of words here that you just will look at them and you won't know how to pronounce them. You won't know how to spell them. You won't understand what these words are, but they're all just names of kind of creatures from these stories. So don't worry too much about learning how to say them. So this legend, the article says it's either Axolotl or Xolotl, the god of the underworld, so that's kind of after death and so on, and the brother of sun god Quetzalcoatl.
Wow.
Yep, the winged serpent or something like that, who's the main god. So Axolotl has this animal, has axolotls as one of his spirit forms. Phew. Now, what we mean here is that the axolotl is one of the animals that represents axolotl. I mean, you can see the similarity in the words. So what it means is this god is associated with this animal. Sometimes the Aztecs would kill the animal to worship that god. Sometimes the god takes the form of the axolotl, or that's how he appears when people have dreams about him, that kind of thing. Now, what we mean with the phrase have somebody or something as something, this means the first thing acts as the second thing. So the axolotl acts as axolotl's symbol and special form.
文章接着说出有关这个阿兹特克这部分的神话。文章说 How do you pronounce that?
Maybe axolotl?
Axolotl 这位阴间的神，同时呢也是太阳神的兄弟，将这种动物作为他的精神形象之一。大家应该可以想到很多神话当中的故事，都会把神明和动物连在一起来代表他们。我们来看一下 underworld 这个单字，字首的 under 跟名词连用构成形容词，表示在什么什么的下面，所以 the underworld 意思指的就是神话中的阴间或者是冥府。而这里呢用到一个片语 have somebody as something， 就是使某人担任什么什么的角色，使这种动物担任他的精神形象。
Okay, so that's the myth, but what about now? We see that this kind of old appreciation for axolotls has continued. The article says, even today, Mexico City locals adore axolotls. The word adore means to love, but it's kind of like a stronger form of the verb. It means to love something a great deal. You love this thing, but you adore this thing.
但这个故事呢，对现今仍然有极大的影响。文章说呢，即便连现今墨西哥城市当地的人都非常崇拜六角恐龙。Adore 这个字意思是爱慕、崇拜，用来形容在呢某人对谁或是什么样的东西有着强烈的情感。So how do people adore axolotls now?
The article says the ones living at the city's Chapultepec Zoo have their images on tour buses and street art. So an image of something is a picture of that thing, and it could be an accurate picture, or it could be something that has a bit of extra style to kind of make it look special, but it will still show the thing it's meant to look like. Here's a good example. A lot of Australian art includes images of local animals like kangaroos.
文章这里接着告诉我们，居住在查普尔特呢佩克动物园城市中的人们，都有六角恐龙的图像充斥在他们的游览车上啊及街头艺术当中。Image 就是图像、图形，例如像许多澳洲的艺术图像，就很常包括当地的动物袋鼠。Kangaroos often appear in images that represent Australia.
Yep, them and koalas and emus. Okay, here's another example of axolotls in modern Mexican culture. An axolotl will even be featured on the new 50 peso bill coming out in 2022. A peso is the money they use in Mexico. So we said axolotls will feature on these money, these bills. When feature is used as a verb, it means to be part of something, to be included in something, or to be shown on that thing. So if a picture features something, that thing's a part of the picture. If a show features dancers and singers, then both of these are parts of the show. For example, we could say, the meal featured a number of different seafood courses. That means there were several different seafood things in it.
那么还有一件关于六角恐龙的事情是呢，它将成为2022年50元这个披索钞票上面的特色。Feature 这个动词意思是以什么什么为特色，扮演要角的意思。 看起来呢，当地人们真的非常 adore 它们哦。However, it's not all good news for the axolotl.
Unfortunately, that's true. The next paragraph of the article begins by saying, popular as it is, the axolotl's future faces uncertainty. So we use this grammar structure, popular as it is, to introduce a contrast. For example, if you hear something's popular, you expect something good will follow, like it's popular, many people buy it. But the phrase as it is, this part lets the reader or listener know a contrast is coming. We could put other adjectives in this place as well. For example, smart as she is, Tracy got a bad grade on the English test. Since she's smart, this is a surprise. We could also say, even though she's smart, Tracy got a bad grade on the test. Here's another example. Cold as it was, we still went outside for a walk. So yes, it was cold, but we still went outside, even though you'd think we might stay at home. There's the contrast.
The next line in our article, we see that garbage and waste are affecting their watery homes, and invasive fish and plants have caused their numbers to shrink.
That is pretty terrible. Now there we mentioned invasive species, plants or animals. An invasive species is one that is not native to an area, but has come in or been brought in from outside. It's stronger or better at surviving, so it's pushing the local species out. They're competing for the same food or other resources, and the stronger invader wins and the local one kind of disappears. Now in the UK, we have native red squirrels. However, grey squirrels from North America were brought to the UK centuries ago, so they're an invasive species. Now they're bigger than red squirrels, so they've been taking their food, and now there are not many red ones left, and they need to be protected.
接着呢，就讲到六角恐龙面临的危机了。垃圾跟这个废弃物正在影响它们充满水居住的地方，那具有侵入性的这些种类和植物，让它们的数量呢持续的缩减。我们来看一下 watery 这个字，字尾加 y 与名词连用构成形容词，是表示充满、拥有某种特性的。所以 watery 的意思就是充满水的，由水组成的。这边我们再看到另外一个字 invasive。这个形容词意思是来自其他地区，就当地呢对当地有危害的生物叫做 invasive species. So because of these invasive species near Mexico City, axolotl numbers are shrinking.
That's right. To shrink means to get smaller in size, in number, or in some other respect. There are fewer axolotls than before, so we can say their numbers are shrinking, getting smaller. Now, people actually shrink as they get older, so they get smaller. We could also say this phone company's sales have been shrinking because its last phone had a problem with it.
我们来看一个字哦 ，shrink 这个动词呢，指的是收缩或是缩小。这个字除了可以用来形容数量变少之外，也可以用来指人或是动物变小跟缩小。大家可以想象呢，这样缩小的一个画面，会很容易把这个单字记起来。So how bad is the situation?
The article says axolotls are close to being wiped out, with most now living in captivity. To wipe out something means to remove it entirely. We often use this phrase to talk about different animals being wiped out. There are none left. Many animals like rhinos, tigers, and others are in danger of being wiped out.
哇，真的是让人很伤心的一个消息哦。文章说呢，六角恐龙几乎已经被彻底灭绝了。现在大多数的野生动物它们都住在这个圈养里面。那这边 wipe out 意思是彻底被摧毁、彻底消灭的意思。wipe 这个字呢是擦或是抹，做完这个动作呢，这个东西或是污垢就会消失。所以同学们也可以用这样的方式来想象 wipe out 有很大量的六角恐龙被消灭这样子一个画面。
We also saw that most axolotls live in captivity. This means they're in zoos, other protected places, or are being kept as pets, or in research centers. They're not living in the wild.
现在大部分的六角恐龙不再是野生的了，主要都住在人们圈养的地方。这里呢，就是 in captivity 的意思，或是变成宠物一样住在研究中心了。So, what can people do?
Well, the final sentence of the article says it will take a serious cleanup of Mexico City's waters if these cheerful salamanders are going to live in safety again. The word cheerful means happy. A cheerful person is always in a good mood. They're always smiling, like the axolotls, which seem to be smiling all the time, so we call them cheerful. Here's an example sentence. Good weather always makes me feel cheerful. The sun puts a smile on my face.
那要怎么做才能改善这种问题呢？文章最后一句说，如果想要让这些开朗的六角恐龙再次安全的生活，将需要认真的对墨西哥这个城的水域进行环境净化跟清除污染。Cheerful 这个单字就是快乐的、爽朗的。Cheer 意思是欢呼喝彩，加上 full 表示充满。So we hope that these cheerful salamanders will be able to live safely in waters again.
And that brings us to the end of the article, so let's go to today's For You Chat question.
For You Chat.
So axolotls are important to the local people living around them. What kinds of animals are the most special and important where you are from?
I think it's Formosan black bear.
Yes, I would say that's a big symbol of Taiwan. For England, one of our animals is a lion.
What kind of lion?
Well, it's just a lion. It's like on our sports team's badges, but there aren't any lions in England. So I have, where I come from, deer. I would say.
Deer.
My city and the area around it is quite famous for a forest. Deer live in that forest. We still have deer living in a big public park. We've got deer as a kind of badge of the county. So for us, it's a particular kind of deer. We even have reindeer, which is pretty cool. So that's us. What about you guys? What animals are important where you're from? Thanks for watching, everybody. For English for You, I am Pat.
I'm Kathy.
We'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Axolotls, the swimmers with a smile. Axolotls hold great importance to the people of Mexico. They are a part of local legends going all the way back to Aztec society. The Aztecs first found young axolotls in the water systems they built near their largest city, Tenochtitlan. They were amazed by the little creatures, and axolotls became a central part of their mythology. Xolotl, the god of the underworld and brother of sun god Quetzalcoatl, has this animal as one of his spirit forms. Even today, Mexico City locals adore axolotls. The ones living at the city's Chapultepec Zoo have their images on tour buses and street art. An axolotl will even be featured on the new 50 peso bill coming out in 2022. Popular as it is, the axolotl's future faces uncertainty. Garbage and waste are affecting their watery homes, and invasive fish and plants have caused their numbers to shrink. Axolotls are close to being wiped out, with most now living in captivity. It will take a serious cleanup of Mexico City's waters if these cheerful salamanders are going to live in safety again.
Vocabulary Review.
Legend. According to legend, a monster lives in this large lake in Scotland. Creature. This forest is home to a number of creatures, such as black bears and tiny squirrels. Image. This country's money has many images of local animals on it. Feature. The New Year's Eve show featured a number of popular singers. Shrink. The area where these tigers live has been shrinking due to human activity. Cheerful. Rex is a cheerful guy. He never stops smiling and always has something positive to say.
智慧小补帖
Mythology. Adore. Invasive. In captivity.
以上节目是由活用空中美语制作，活用空中美语杂志，请洽询全国各大书店。如欲索取试听教材，请来电02-2364-4000 02-2364-4000，或上网查询，网址是 www.english4u.net www.english4u.net